What's up, my people? You are now tuned in to a brand new episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena. And I am your host, the one and only lyrical genius Black Titanium. Here back at you with the knowledge, wisdom, and the understanding, so that the understanding can be understood amongst the hood, baby. You feel me? So let's delve off into the show by recognizing the current events. And if you already seen my shows, baby, what's the current event? I guess I gotta tell you niggas once again. It's the revolution, nigga. The revolution. But, that's why I come back, because I know that, a lot of people gotta be reminded of the day and time that they are in. It doesn't matter your financial status quo or anything like that. Nah. Because there's many different ways that you're going to be able to get burnt out here, that you to the form where you have to be able to think geometrically. Because just because a nigga got money out here don't mean shit, man. We moving into a whole new phase of life. Yeah. A whole new phase of life. Where life is, many of these people used to know it, they still trying to hang on to that. It's already, it already got kicked in, and we already into a whole new phase, baby. The government is plotting and planning, and guess what? God is the best of planners. The best of planners. Yeah. So even though they think it's going to play out in reality the way it's playing out in their minds, they need to think again, man. A lot of people need to think again. Because, see, the objective here is just to remember the end part of the game. Because all the shit that's coming in between is going to have niggas shooken beyond the core of their faith. Serious, man. So what's coming is not going to be pretty. What's coming is not going to be pretty, man. And if you're not ready spiritually, then you're not ready at all. Because that's the way it's going to come, man. It's not going to come physically. You're going to be feeling like you're walking throughout your daily life. But you're going to be in the motherfucking spell of people who just want to, eat you alive. Because you have to understand when you're sitting behind enemy lines and you are being targeted for extermination. And we get caught up in this. We get caught up in the thing of wanting to get that feel good moment. Especially the black woman. She come home from work. She just want to sit on that big plush couch and just eat all the GMOs and shit. I ain't saying all black women, because you got some fine black women, but I'm just saying. And you start watching half-hour TV shows, man. And this is how we, the world, not only black women, but has been taught to preoccupy their minds and their time. This is why so many people are selfish on social media. They go into a protest. When you're dealing with black people who don't know what they want, the black youth, they just storming through in rage, tearing shit up, marching. But if every other culture see that you don't know what you want, they're gonna give you a direction. I done seen motherfuckers jump in the march, white motherfuckers. Listen, we need to say these people's name. I never even heard of these motherfuckers. And I was supposed to start repeating that shit. Nah, this is about motherfucking black people who don't got murdered by police. What the fuck do you think this is? But I was saying that shit, and this is how they changed the narrative of the whole march. Niggas who insert themselves into that shit, and black people who don't know shit, they'll just start saying it. Oh yeah, Sarah Lee James. No, don't even know who the fuck it is. Because this is why they're using black people's emotion as the driving force to the whole game. But there's many people in it that's not even here for the well-being of black people. This is why you gotta understand, man. It's a lot of this shit is a game. But I'm talking to the youth, man, because everybody else is going. These niggas just want to get to the plantation. These motherfuckers, they just want to, and go home. That's how they training people now. Plantation, go home. Party is over. You ain't buying shit? For real. You ain't gonna do shit. Where you gonna go? Ain't no movies open, none of that shit. Go home. Oh my goodness, man. And they thought it would never happen in their lifetime. Serious. I'm your host, baby, Lyrical Genius, Black Titanium. I'm gonna give it to you real, man. We're gonna keep this shit 100. We're gonna keep this shit 100, baby. Cause there's too many people out there, man, that's riding off of my legacy. I got all the culture vulture ass motherfuckers trying to, they can't wait till I drop another motherfucking video. I drop them almost daily. So they come through, let me watch this nigga, cause they feeling my swag. This is why they try to suppress it, but it's all good, all love. You know why? Because the game is over anyway, man. Motherfucking industry is dying out. That shit is fucking turning into a prom, man. And there might not be no coming back for none of this shit, man. These niggas have lost trillions, man. They have thrown trillions into the universe, man. But people don't understand mathematics, man. They think 2 + 2 is really motherfucking 2. When we supposed to be the creators of mathematics, Imhotep and, Egyptian scholars like Aesop and Osiris and Isis, queens like Nefertiti, Queen Zinga, the realness, man. We just lost our way, man, along the way. When you stripped of your identities and niggas is walking around in an identity crisis. Nigga, we are great people, man. On some real shit, though. Got lost for a minute, sidetracked. But I am your host and Lyrical Genius, Black Titanium, baby, and I'm just letting you know. It's another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena, but we gonna move on, man. We gonna move on. Talk about this march, man. They said they were supposed to be curving this shit. I don't know what the fuck they talk. A lot of this shit is crazy to me, man. Cause I don't know if they participated in this shit and I would like to see something great happen for it's gonna be a lot of great shit that's gonna happen because they've already signed legislations and laws, and if it ain't great, it's gonna be horribly terrifying. Trust me. So either way, you gotta be ready, like the pendulum swinging, baby. Real talk, you gotta be ready like the pendulum swinging. There ain't no game out here no more, man. Motherfucking government is plotting, man. And as they lose their shit, like I told you, their horns are gonna start manifesting, man. This is one of the reasons why they used to have niggas hanging from trees back in the days, man. When these niggas started losing their money, when they horns start really manifesting, nigga, you gonna have to start really carrying your motherfucking gun, knife, and all that shit around, man. And you better not be no hesitant, scary ass motherfucker, because, nigga, that might get your ass snatched, snatched up, thrown in the motherfucking dungeon, and terrorized, nigga. You know, you gotta watch all these motherfuckers, man. Every time I go out, nigga, all the motherfuckers fit the description of a serial killer to me. I'm like, nigga, you got me fucked up, nigga. Real talk, man. Cause yo, we have moved into a fucked up time, man. Not for me, but for the powers that be. No, and then now they talking about opening back up shop. I've seen them open up different geographical locations, but shit's gonna be funny. But it ain't gonna be funny. Feel me? That's how it's gonna be, man. And we gotta be here to give the youth some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. To make the youth understand, man, that you know when you stop using your own brain, other people will use it for you, man. So when you know, as our youth, they use it as the driving force to the means, as a means to their end. But you know, when it's not supposed to be like that. But it's just a learning experience, because you know the youth did their thing anyway. But now that other people are trying to piggyback off of it, you know, they looking to take it to a whole new level, because you know that's what they wanted to do from the beginning. So on some real shit, we're gonna see what your boy Donald Trump has, what type of legislation he has signed. I'm gonna check that, cause I got a feeling that it's some old devious shit that I don't wanna hear, but I'm gonna check it out anyway, man. Real talk. I still walk on the concrete. Yo, on some real shit though. I'm gonna get back at y'all on that, but nevertheless, shout out to the youth. Shout out to all my motherfucking people out there, man, that's been participating, doing your thing, and protesters and things of that nature, man. That shit is. But like I said, you gotta understand who you're marching with. You gotta understand who the fuck you're around. You gotta understand how to observe your surroundings. You can't just be, nigga march up on you, man, just be saying, start saying this. Next thing you know, they got you saying some old crazy shit like defund the police. I know how that shit got out, man. It wasn't our motherfucking, it was some shit that they inserted into the motherfucking march. And then all of a sudden, they got black people caught up in the middle of they shit. Because this is just like Dr. Umar said on one of his videos. He said, white people don't share power, man, on no scale. And that shit is true, right? And this is proof of that shit right there. If they're gonna go on with their own little hidden agendas, and they already did that. They everybody want to get the camera shots and the glamour and the glitz when all the shit done got torn up in the beginning. Niggas was out here doing work. It's like, but it was all good for the protest, man. All aspects. That's why I ain't knocking nobody. All that shit, all them niggas showing up doing their thing. That shit felt good. Until the end part of the shit when you don't really feel no results. Nigga, we back to being black people, man. Yo, we back to being black, nigga. What the fuck is going to happen? But they don't worry, man. They gonna sign some shit. They gonna get some. They gonna get a little bit of things right, so that they can sneak around it later on. Then they gonna put some laws in there to try to get them a catch-22 situation, so they can find some wiggle room up out of that shit. Yeah, this is the type of people you dealing with, man. People who have no motherfucking conscience, totally pathological, live their lives by the rules of engagement, man. And I often didn't look around and be like, yo, why y'all like that? When basically it's like people are attracted to them, like with if they had none of those flaws, you know, all cultures would be attracted. As you can see, every time they roll up on these niggas, they got them fooled like they love these niggas and they just snipe them. That's white people, man. In a nutshell, nigga. In a nutshell. Ain't no trust in them serpents. Serious. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. But nevertheless, man, I want to talk to the youth, and I want to talk to the righteous. I want to talk to the youth about controlling the righteous and the shit that they should be doing. Hold them niggas accountable, man. Because they should be held accountable, man. Nobody should be inactive, just sitting up saying, oh, I'm neutral. I'm going to the plantation. Y'all go ahead, take care of that. Because a lot of these niggas have stepped up and, these old rebel. Let me read. Make that statement over again. All these brothers from the industry, they stepped up, showed their face. And they said, you know what? They did their thing, they showed their face. Jackson and all them niggas, peace out. Peace to them niggas. Salute you. Everybody did their part, man, in the aspect of, long as we had all elements to the protest, that's why it was successful. It's gonna get laws put into place, because basically it started in one city and just took off. You feel me? And once niggas got the coded message, all right, nigga, go. It's time to go. That set New York off. That set LA off. So everybody knew. It was unspoken rules, nigga. This is what time it is. This is how you know that God is assembling this shit. Nobody has to have any type of memo sent. That's what the protest is, nigga. Yo, we be here tomorrow, man. Y'all see us, nigga, you just latch on. Feel me? And that's how that shit was supposed to be happening, man. And then it took off worldwide, man, because guess what? When you hear that shit spoken worldwide, nigga, that means the village has spoken, nigga. And when they hear that shit worldwide, see that one thing, when the government hear that shit, they know niggas outside the country is hearing this shit. And they saying, oh shit. Now we got to try to get on some diplomatic, politically correction. Nah. The world is basically telling you niggas, man, listen, man. This is God's message. And you motherfuckers better start obeying this shit, man, because we going to exterminate, get rid of you motherfuckers. Give a fuck how big your military is, nigga. We got Russia, China. Yeah, trust me, man. And the game can end just that way. But you got to understand is that Revelations is going to play out the way Revelations was written. Real talk, my niggas. So where man think they're in control of shit, nah. There's deeper forces going on. This is why I tell the youth, you got to be ready mentally, spiritually out here too, because people are not, people have caught on to the message that the hardest war for a person to ever fight is a war where you cannot see your enemies. So this is why they try to get at you through the spiritual warfare. Because they know that most young niggas out here, man, they just going about their daily lives, you know. They going about their daily lives. And they don't, you know, they're oblivious to the fact that this type of shit can even happen. Yeah, they're oblivious to the fact that it can even happen. So basically, it happens because they get victimized because they think that the victimizers love these niggas. That's the cold part about it. That's the saddest part. That's the most devastating part. That's the most catastrophic part to betrayal. Is that it never comes from an enemy. But you didn't hear that from me, man. That's just between me, you, and the world. Don't tell nobody else. You feel me? On some real shit. So when you in that march, when you them young brothers, man, you marching, man, you gotta understand, because you gotta understand what you want, man. And you gotta understand who's trying to drive behind you, man, trying to use you as a driving force. Because you get to the finish line after you done tore shit up, now all of a sudden, we don't know what we want. All of a sudden, the white people start asking the questions. Which when you niggas are supposed to be deep in their ass. Then as soon as you get to the finish line, you see all type of house niggas right there with them niggas. No, it's not like that. You see a bunch of motherfucking house niggas right by them niggas, just like they had in Mayor, Connecticut. No, it's not like that. My white people love me. They have given me everything. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You gotta understand what's going on here, man. It's deeper than the naked eye could ever see. Keep your head up. On some real shit though, man. When you being in those marches and those protests, you gotta know what you want, man, before you get to the finish line. But that was a very successful protest. That, you know, we can those, but as long as, you know, you get the elements back to the protest, man, people had to be woken up once again on both sides. Because you got a bunch of these niggas that thought it was all about protest was all about marching and singing Negro spirituals. Nah. Protest is about sacrifice, man, for what you want. If you really believe in that shit, you better be willing to die for it, man. That's what protest is about, man. Disruption of the system. When the system has many injustices against you and the law is lopsided against you. And we should never be afraid, man, to, you know, to defy oppression, man. Because oppression is way worse than slaughter. You only die one time in a slaughter, man, but in oppression, you die 1,000 deaths. So you gotta basically always defy that. If you don't defy anything else, man. Words from the wise is official. True story. But I want to give a shout out to my beautiful youth, man. I'm not talking about all of y'all niggas, because I know sometimes I might see some of you young niggas who, you know they might have the snakes and the serpents dripping in their ear with that false media shit. So they come by, they'll look at a nigga like, and I'll look at them long young niggas like, nigga, you better keep moving, man, because I'm not letting you do shit to me, man. And I'm doing some manly shit. It's not gonna be just no boxing shit where 3-4 niggas get the motherfucking jump on a nigga. Nah, my nigga. Anyway, I want to say shout out to the youth, man, who did they thing everybody. I want to say shout out to everybody who did their thing, man. I'm not talking about the evil motherfuckers, man, because you still gonna have, like I said, as this shit was going on, I was still dealing with a bunch of racist motherfuckers who was very, and then they'll hide behind this shit right here. Look, I got a Black Lives Matter T-shirt on. Yeah, come on, man. That shit don't mean nothing. Not when I know you a fucking racist redneck. The very same motherfuckers I'm watching, I know they was fucking racist rednecks. But they come with their own hidden agenda, like I said. Like I said, man. True story. But it don't surprise me. It don't surprise me at all. Because this is how they use black people. And they know that when black people deal with self-hatred, they trying to be accepted by every other culture on a social status. And they know that black people will do anything to be accepted on a social status. So this is how they driving them through that fucking the protest. This is how they were driving them. If they still aren't driving them, but yeah, through their emotions. They know a lot of them don't know what they want. They could just have these niggas they have cast a few spells on these niggas, make them cry a little bit. I'm tired of this shit. And that's how they was doing these niggas too. I'm so, the niggas was looking like little bitches on the videos. I'm really tired. One nigga was standing in front of the motherfucking police talking about, don't you feel my pain? Little young black nigga. I'm like, yo, what the fuck wrong with you, man? You better get the jab in that. You better get the motherfucker throwing that left jab on that nigga. Blam. Fuck that. You feel me? You don't ask this. Yeah, a little young boy, man. This was a prime example of a lot of young brothers who grow up around their moms, and the mothers effeminize these niggas, man. You can see the emotions dripping out of these niggas, man. Like motherfucking. But when it comes to the hood, all of a sudden they trained to kill a black man. This is what I'm saying. When they get in front of the motherfucking authorities, them white people, they start asking, aren't you feeling my pain? And then the motherfuckers start actually crying on the video. Motherfuckers start crying on the video. This nigga had to be like 19, 20. I'm like, yo, look at this little bitch ass nigga. Oh man, you can't make this shit up on a Wednesday, my nigga. But on some real shit, I want to say shout out to the youth, man. You gotta start thinking more, man. You gotta start, that's why you gotta start watching my videos, man. Matter of fact, I want all you niggas just to press the subscribe button, man. So, because let me tell you something, man. For those who don't have precious information, they will always be at the mercy of those who do, man. So anytime I see niggas dropping knowledge like Dr. Umar, Dr. Naeem Akbar, Dr. Sheikh Anna Diop, Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, and many of our other bright scholars like Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and people like that, man, if you ain't giving your children these bright black educators, man, now that to the fact that school is over with, this is who you should be dropping on them right now. Listen, come in the kitchen. I want you to, get up under this video right here. Give him Dr. Naeem Akbar, the ultimate liberation. Give him Dr. Umar Johnson, a clinical school psychologist who's been helping black children for years. So listen, man, you gotta educate these young people to know who they so that they can always understand, man, that I could do something, man. Niggas, this ain't only one side to this shit. I'm not just a black nigga in the hood. True story, man. True story. And this is what the youth have to start understanding, man. because they deserve more than just an applause. They deserve rewards, man. Yeah, man. They need rewards. Just like many people should get punishments in our race, they need rewards too, man. And this is what makes the youth want to take more responsibilities for the things that they do, man. They know that nigga ain't just gotta act like a fucking idiot to be accepted on the social status. This is what you must teach your black youth, man. You ain't gotta act like a fucking clown and a fucking idiot to get some attention or get validation from other races. Because that's the impression that they're under now. That they gotta relinquish all the education, all the shit they know. They gotta relinquish their brain just to be accepted on the social status. And that's so twisted for a fucking race. Who's the only race in the race of history itself to participate in their own destruction, the own destruction of their youth. But nevertheless, give your youth, man, great educators like Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Sheikh Anadia, Dr. Leonard Jeffries. You know, all these great educators, man, that's going to be, you know, just look them up, man. Just let your children know who they are, man. If you can't explain it to them, let them educators explain it to them. Stop being motherfucking haters, man, over your kids, man. Wanting them to become some motherfucking bullshit. Because ain't no more school, man. Ain't no more college. None of that shit. None of that. Ain't no more. You niggas better get creative around this motherfucker, man. That was hating on other motherfuckers, kids and all that shit. You niggas better get creative like a motherfucker. Well, with that being said, man, you have watched another episode of Mental Telepathy's Arena, and I am your host and lyrical genius, Black Titanium, baby. Oh, yes.